So, there's a place near where I live that used to be a mill but is now a park for people to enjoy. Apparently, it used to make a bunch of stuff way back in the day and was used during the Civil War or something, but who cares about that? There's a bunch of trails to walk around there and a river that runs through the whole area. At the center of it all is a large waterfall where people like to hang out and swim. During the day, there were a bunch of people around, but at night, there was no one. This is when we wanted to use the waterfall. So one night, I'm with the boys, and we couldn't figure out what to do. We went back and forth when suddenly I said, we could smash this pumpkin. Halloween was a few days ago, and we had a huge pumpkin sitting on our front porch. We all started to smile and realized that sounded like a great time, but we knew we couldn't just throw it off the deck or something. We had to go big. We decided to head to the mill and see if we could throw it off the waterfall. But once again, this wouldn't fill that desire to really smash it. We had to go big after all, and what other way to do that than with fire? So I grabbed a mason jar and a gas can and poured some in. We all hopped in a car and headed on over to the mill. Once we got there, we grabbed the pumpkin and gasoline and started running towards the waterfall. We made it to a trail beside the waterfall when we realized we didn't bring anything to hold the pumpkin while it was on fire. But we'd come too far to turn back now. So I made the executive decision that I would pour the gas on the pumpkin and throw it while it was on fire. Now, thankfully I didn't get hurt too bad, but this was a horrible idea. I doused the pumpkin, grabbed the lighter, and lit it. This thing went up. Just as soon as I lit it, I hucked it off the top. The ball of fire fell down and smashed into pieces below us. There are actually houses that surround the park, and we started freaking out that people who live nearby might have seen us, so we started running back to the car. This is when I noticed my arms started to feel warm. I looked down to see all the hair burned off my arms. Nothing worse than that, but I realized how close I was to absolutely torching myself. We made it back to the car, jumped in, and drove off before anyone nearby could say anything. I honestly don't know if anything would have happened to us, but we weren't about to stay around long enough to find out.